want us to talk about this thing. Conflict resolutions. When is enough enough? In any relationship, there's bound to be conflict. Welcome to Bishop's Corner. You know, they talk about them days. Them days when you remember your days. Because all of us have our own times and days. Ladies and gentlemen, I have some special guests in the studio tonight or whatever time you are watching. There are people who have lived in the two worlds, United States of America, but also in Kenya. They're going to tell us what we need to know. Living in the two worlds, mistakes that we should not make. They were part of our congregation. They are still part of our congregation. They are visiting Atlanta. And here we are. We have Mr. Njuguna Wanyoike. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good.
And with his lovely wife, we call her Wa Njuguna.
Hello.
And Wa Njuguna.
Yes.
And by the way, they are celebrating 50 years of marriage together. You have stayed with this woman for 50 years, Mr. Njuguna.
50 years.
And you have stayed with this man for 50
Yes,
years.
that handsome man is mine
And
for
still
50
counting.
Years. Yes,
Still
sir.
counting.
Yes,
What
still
has kept
counting.
you? What has kept you going? You look like you are 45 years
Oh,
old.
wow.
And Wa Njuguna.
Thank you. I feel honored by that. I feel 45 actually.
Yes.
Simply because of respect.
Yes.
You can live as many years as possible
Mm.
as long as you have respect for one another.
Respect for one another.
Respect for one another.
But there's something character I know about you that makes you young. You are this vibrant, outgoing. Your spirit is so contagious. And then you have a very calm husband that if anybody corrects with this man, that person will be having problem because this is what I would call almost a harmless man, right?
Yes, that's right. Actually, we call each other Wakwa.
Wakwa.
Because he's mine.
Mine, eh?
Mine. He
Yes.
is mine.
Yes.
Because I got to get to know him when he was having very nice black hair.
Oh, yeah, he did.
It was an afro hairdo
Okay.
with a very beautiful sideburns.
Okay.
And I loved this man.
You are talking to a 70-year-old
Yes.
lady, my friend, and she is acting like a 45-year-old.
That's right.
So respect for each other,
Respect for each other.
having fun together. You
Having fun.
don't take life very seriously.
No, we
Easy.
live every day as it comes.
As it comes.
And especially after living in this side of the world,
Yes.
it also opened up my mind.
Yes.
It's not only where we used to think the Cancun we were in.
No.
We saw way beyond.
Right.
And I realized that we have a better life to live if you make it work.
If you make it work.
You have to make it
Mr.
work.
Njuguna, this lady was beautiful then. She is beautiful now. What have you done? Because, you know, it takes a good man to keep a woman vibrant, beautiful, energetic, as Wa Njuguna, as we call her. What is your secret in living so comfortably, happily with your wife for 50 years of marriage?
Yes, it's respect.
Respect.
Understanding.
Yes.
When things are good, you are happy.
Yes.
When things go wrong, you turn to God.
Yes.
And the life goes on.
And you comfort each other.
You comfort each other.
Yes.
There is no fighting.
Right.
If anything is okay, it's good because God has done it.
Yes.
If something's wrong, then we turn to Him and He gives us comfort.
Yes.
Get the grace.
Amen.
And of course, love.
Love.
Amen. That's
Love.
right.
Love.
Wow. I
Love.
get that one. Oh.
You get that one?
Oh, yes.
Those that are watching, you are here
Yes.
for a class 101 marriage on what it tickles.
Yes.
But you know, life is not always bread and butter.
Right.
You know, there are times when in Kikuyu we say you kiro. I do get you kiro,
Yes.
but that should not be the end of the there are people, they get mad because of one thing and they throw their towel and they walk out of their life. Tell them life is not rosy.
No, it's not roses. Actually, one thing you have to do, number one, is to learn how to tackle your problems together. It has to be together.
No secrets.
No secrets.
Okay.
Surprising enough, somebody can look at me and smile at me and appreciate me very good. A man.
Yes.
And I'll go and tell my husband somebody was
What's the
admiring
matter?
me. Yes.
Or he get offended?
Yes, no. He actually says, really?
Yeah.
And he feels
And
that-
he feels good.
Yeah, he feels
Because
good.
You know what that means? They say, oh, I chose well.
Yes.
I mean, you feel?
Yes. And he knows that he's doing a good job.
Yes, keeping you.
When he's being told that I'm being appreciated
Yes.
by even his own fellow man. What we need to do more as we continue with our marriage, number one is to grow up.
Grow up.
We need to grow up. Let's not be petty.
Yes.
Because sometimes women, we are so petty that when a man comes home late, you just start wondering, thinking that, he's with a woman.
Yes.
That is where we go wrong. Mine, when he comes out late, I know he's going to look for bread and butter.
Yes.
So
but what if he comes late, like 2 in the morning? You still think he
2
went
in
for
the morning,
butter?
then that means I have some work to do.
Okay.
So that he doesn't come 2 a.m. in the morning.
But you also said that you understand each other, so I'm sure by the time he gets to
I already know
talking.
where he is. Yes.
You're already talking.
Exactly.
And you're not threatened.
No.
You're not secure.
No.
Insecure.
If I'm doing my job right, then I'm not insecure.
Oh, what is your common interest? Are there things you do together for like hobby or things that you find yourself you have common interest?
Yes. Also like gardening.
Gardening.
Yeah, because we have a land where we have planted
Flowers.
Okay.
We have fruits.
Yes.
We have planted avocado trees,
Yes.
and we have mangoes,
Okay.
and even sugarcane.
Wow.
For those who like
Sugarcane.
And we have now turned into millet.
Millet. Okay.
It's about the sugar issue.
Wow. Yes. Yes.
Diabetes.
Yeah.
Because of- in Kenya, we talk of ugali
Right.
most
Right.
of
Right.
the time,
Mm-hmm.
but we just think ugali is just the white meat,
Yes. Yes.
maize,
Mm-hmm.
but we can change it into and use millet.
Wow.
But we don't have the sugar.
Yes. So you work together.
Everything.
You wake up in the morning.
Yes.
Let's go. So physically, what do you do with your hands at any given time? Because I'm sure you can employ people and tell them, do this, do this, do this. Do you find yourself really having your heads on something, doing something?
Yeah, we do. And in my case, because we have a garden
Yes.
where we have grown there's grass,
Yes.
and I do the lawn more.
The Lord more.
He does all the more.
By the way,
Yes.
let me remind you guys, I'll tell you something about their resort. I don't know what they're going to tell us about this in a minute. They have a place in Nakuru. It's called what? What do you call it?
Jugi's Shangri-La Garden Lanette.
Can you? That's Indian.
Jugi.
What? Go slow.
Jugi's Shangri-La Garden Lanette.
What is Shangri-La? What is that?
Shangri-La
What is
means
it?
paradise.
What language is that?
I think it's
Tibetan.
I think it's Tibetan or something.
Where did you get?
When I was here in
I'll
America.
say it again. Shugi. Okay, go.
Jugi's.
Jogis.
Yes.
No, Jogis.
Njugi like in Njuguna.
Jogun. Oh, Jogis.
Njugis.
And Shangri-La.
Shangri-La
Garden.
Shangri-La Garden.
Garden Lanette. Because you have to know it's in Lanette.
I went there and I found a which year was the car? The
72.
Volkswagen that you used to
1972.
1972 Volkswagen. What's the plate number?
Beetle. KH.
KMH
932.
KMH 931.
32.
Belongs
32.
32. Belongs to the Njugunas.
Yes.
The Volkswagen.
Beetle.
70. Beetle. She must have fell in love. You have
Yeah,
a Beetle.
he was dating me with that.
Huh?
He was dating me on.
He was it. Did you feel important that you have a
yes.
Beetle?
At that time, honey.
What color was it? What color is it?
It's silver. It's silver.
Silver.
It's silver gray.
So where were we driven? Where was he driving?
Okay.
What part of the
We
country?
were going so many places. We had a,
Like
we had a land in Ojororo,
Yes.
Yes.
the Laikipia, and we used to go there with it.
How did you feel? 1970 what?
1972, 73, 74.
Now, how did that make you feel among other ladies?
Right there.
Right there.
Yes. Where God wanted me to
Oh,
us
Lord,
to be.
yes. And you have kept that car.
Oh, yes. That's my souvenir.
I saw it and I wonder, of course, you've had many, many other cars, but
Yes.
it's good to have those
Yes.
memories.
Yes.
Do any of your kids remember riding in that car?
Yes, actually, our children learned how to drive with our VW. Mike, our eldest son, has gone to be with the Lord, but he was very good driver. He taught the other siblings how to drive the Volkswagen, and he was very proud of it.
Wow.
Vivian learned how to drive
Yes.
with the Volkswagen. Same thing to Maureen and Perry. Now they are here in the United States. They're driving these big cars, but they cannot forget where they started.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a firm that has so many things. Tell us about that Shangri-La, Jogo's Shangri-La,
Now,
what it's all about and what, so that people may know about it.
right. Now, Njugi's, we just, when we relocated back to Kenya after we retired, we thought of going there to start something like welcoming our fellow Kenyans back in Kenya, to show them that you can come from America, go and start a business in Kenya and still thrive. So we started with planting the flowers, demarcating the areas. I did all the landscaping together with my husband. That's part of the things that we were doing. Of course, we have workers, but they had to do what exactly we have decided them to do. And now we have got photographing done in our land. We have set aside about 4 acres for the wedding planning and also picture taking. We also have about 22 rooms for Airbnb. When you come over, you can have a place for you to stay. And if you want us to cook for you, we are there to cook for you. We have a chef.
Wow.
We have a chef and workers who are doing the job.
Wow.
So
you go there, Shangri-La, it's in Nakuru.
Yes.
And you know, I'm sure one of the best things, I've been to their home, it's so beautiful.
Thank you.
And by the way, if you don't know, Wa Njuguna is, I don't know which is the right word. I don't want to call her a beautician, but she's a designer.
Yes, I am.
We had one of the best ever fashion show here in Atlanta. Which year was that? When did you do the fashion show?
That was 204.
204.
204. No, it was 208. I beg
Yeah,
your
because
pardon.
we had moved here.
Yes.
We had moved to this location.
Yes, it was 208. We were very
208,
new
yeah, we
here.
were very new.
Yes.
It was wonderful. She spent all her time
208.
making those, and we still have those videos.
Yes, thank
I was
you.
watching the other day, and you did a lot of work. We
Thank
shall
you.
forever be grateful to you.
Yes.
Mr. Njuguna, tell a listener, you know, there are people who feel like going back to Kenya is like going back to Egypt or hell. Can you tell them Kenya is good?
Yes, our country is good. The air, everything is good. And the life is so easy. You don't have a lot of hustling to do as far as the living is concerned. As long as you have something, as my wife had just said, if you have something which you can do back home, you should be able to do it. You have a land, and you can be able to develop it. Then you have somewhere where you can go, or if you have a family, for those who have left the families back home. Because the only downside is when you don't have anything. Yeah. If you don't have anything, then you might find the life very expensive.
Very expensive. But if you have saved some money and then you still have social security and all that, let's say, if it's a very hypothetical, if I have my home complete or a house complete, and maybe I came to America kind of late and maybe social security plus pension, I'm only getting a total of 2,000. Let's assume that translates to 200,000. Is 200,000 shillings enough to live comfortably in Kenya? Once you have your house is already built, you have no rent. Would 200,000 shillings be good?
Oh,
That
yes.
would be
More than good?
More
Would be
than
good?
Yes, very good.
That'd be nice?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
You live very nice life,
Very comfortably.
and you're able to go to resorts, Saimara.
Everywhere.
So
Very
if
well
you
located.
finish your house before you leave America,
Yes.
there's no rent,
Mm-hmm.
maybe electricity bill, and you have 200,000 shillings,
Yes.
which actually here, there are those who have accumulated maybe in their social security, they may be given $1,000,
Yeah.
and maybe their pension 800, so they may get about 2,000, which is about over 200,000. So 200,000,
Yeah.
if you are here, instead of languishing and over stressing, you can go
Yeah.
and live comfortably.
Oh,
in Kenya.
yes.
Very comfortable.
Yes. One thing I can tell you is that maybe talking to the people here, especially you, that are already here, and also those who are winning the green cards to come to United States of America. Where we go wrong mostly is when you know you're going to United States, you start selling your property. That's a big no-no.
No.
Don't sell your property. Leave that property right there. When you come over here after working for some time and saving. When we went back to Kenya, when we were here, and we knew we were retiring, my husband had retired, I hadn't retired myself. At least we had saved through our, already we are paying our mortgages here. At the same time, we are saving something small. We were able to walk to Kenya with 5 million Kenya shillings.
Wow.
5 million Kenya shillings just to go and do renovations. Because sometimes after staying away for so long, you'd like to do some renovations to keep to your standard. Because maybe here we were living a high life standard and we want to go and continue living the same. So I would request, do not sell your property. As for the people who are staying here, my advice to you is you need to think twice. Do not retire and stay here. Go home. Home is the best. Kenya is the best. The life there, the energy there, as long as you have already been saving. So if you had a property initially, just go there and start now doing something about it. That is what I can advise you. And we have a lot, Bishop, we have a lot in Kenya to offer. By the way, people in Kenya have money more than you.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, we have money. We have money because if you are in Kenya and you're in your small piece of land, you're going to plant few things that can bring you cash crops. For example, we have things like basil. I used to plant basil. You don't have to go there and start going to the shamba. You have workers to also to create jobs for other people. So you can plant basil. You can plant things like papinos. Papino, you're going to sell them, or even you're going to export them.
What's papino?
Papino fruits, the red one, the small little red.
Okay.
They call it in Kenya matunda ya damu.
Yes.
Matunda
Papino.
madakame.
Okay.
Those madakame,
Tudas.
those dakame tudas,
Tudas,
they go like hot cakes, especially
Yes.
if you clean them. We wash them, we even massage them. You give them some love.
Yes.
When you go to Kenya and you're planting in your garden, I talk to my flowers.
Wow.
Yes, I talk to my flowers. If you come to my place, you look at my trees, they talk back to me.
When you see her talking, you're not
I
worried.
talk, yes. Yes. That is where the joy is.
Yes.
So go do papinos, go do basil. Basil herbs are beautiful. We cook with them here.
Yes.
Go do hash avocados are the best right now. They're marketable.
Oh, yeah?
Now we are also doing cotton. For those who have got lands in Nyahururu, you go plant cotton. That's what we are doing, yes.
For real?
Yes.
Or area where the cotton.
The area where the cotton is being grown.
Oh.
Yes, we are having a lot of.
And you have market for that.
And we have market for that. In fact, and also there is this bareki. You know the miarekis?
Yes.
Miarekis, there is a Mzungu who goes buying miarekis and exports.
And he's from here.
And he's from here. He is from here. He exports them to Italy. He exports them to Germany. All he needs is for you to give him the land, show you how to plant, and even he gives you the seeds.
Yes.
To go and plant.
Wow.
There's
Kenya
a lot in
is
Kenya.
not bad after all.
No, it's not bad.
If you know, when you look back, how long had you been in the US? How long had you stayed there before going back to Kenya? How many years?
17 and a half years.
17 and a half years.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have any recommendation? At what age should people? I know that's a lot. At what time or age should one go back to Kenya?
When you're ready, I would suggest that when you're working here, maximize so that you can go with the good returns, especially retirement. Because when you work, when you stay until you're 60, 65, like my husband did, you know, and the good thing, even if you go, like now, for example, me, I went with my husband, I was not retired, but I used to work several jobs. So my cash was good. So when I retired, I think I went with something really good.
And you're still getting your social?
And I'm still getting my social.
By the way, when you get your social, do you have to come here to get it, or do you just put it in a bank and then you withdraw it in Kenya? How does it work?
Just go in a bank here.
In a bank here, and then we withdraw it there.
You withdraw?
Mm-hmm.
So you just have your card?
Yes.
And we go to a bank and you withdraw it, or use that Visa card?
We go to Barclays Bank, we use the Visa card. It's taken everywhere in the world. Every country in Africa, they take Visa cards. When I want to take him for dinner, I just go and swipe the card.
And you can check the balance to see what it is.
I can check the balance.
I think you need to talk to many of us because people are afraid. And if you can have a place where you can build, and by the way, Nakuru, I hear life is not as expensive. It's a laid-back place. Put your home. Go retire. You know, people keep talking about security in Kenya, that they are worried, but you guys have been there. Can you talk much about security?
Yeah, maybe. Well, there are areas where and there is no security. Most cases, like in the slums.
Yes.
And there was an article almost like 3 weeks ago where they were showing about an area in Nakuru where the security was so bad.
Right.
But the people started to come together because the people harassing them just stay with them. So they know, the people know them.
Yeah.
And then you can be able to use the hotline and say, so and so, I know he's in the gang. You are able to flush them out.
Okay.
And now they are building houses. Yeah.
Also,
even for the people, in fact it is being upgraded.
Okay.
With this housing which is now going on in Kenya. The people have started building very good houses.
Also, one thing I would like also to add to what my husband has just said, when you, now we're talking about the Kenyan Americans who are living here. When you go back to Kenya, like now, for instance, when we were in Kenya, we didn't have CCTVs and all this kind of stuff. Be wise. That's what we are even getting the preaching on and on. We need to be wise. You need to look at you need to look ahead and see what can I do to improve my security back in Kenya.
Yes.
Both for yourself and for your family.
Right.
Kenya is not bad, actually, as my husband has just said. The slums is different. Where we are, it doesn't mean we don't have even weird, awkward people.
Of course.
But number one for you to think is elect a very good fence.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be like now I have all fences there, but I have also planted green. Okay. The green fencing in front of it. Nobody even knows that there is a stone fence. And then after doing that, then you put an electrical fence, and then you put the cameras. We have 32 cameras in my place. And that when I'm here, I can still see what is happening in my house. Wow. So you can be in America and you're still seeing what their workers are doing back in Kenya. Like now they are painting at the perimeter of my fence. I'm doing that when I'm here.
Wow.
All I do is apana songa hapo. Move there.
Technology.
I need you to do ABCD. So technology that we have is really, really helping.
What do you eat? Because I know you are very particular eating. Kenya has organic food.
Yes.
What does eating healthy in Kenya mean? What is this meal that this queen of yours makes and you feel so good? Your best food?
Yeah, the best food is greens.
Greens.
Yes.
You cannot go wrong with any green food. But anything white rice,
White ugali.
white ugali.
Oh, yeah?
No.
What's your specialty when you cook?
Basically-
Mama Wange, she likes making rice, but when I know she's in a good mood, when I find her ugali,
Yes.
as greens,
Yes.
now nakana, yeah.
Now, this is one thing that I learned through the hard way. I learned this one the hard way because when I was here in America, we were more used to fast foods.
Yes.
Ladies, gentlemen, reduce fast foods. That's what I can tell you. I learned the hard way because I used to be. I love baking. I love baking even before I came to America. I used to bake. I baked my wedding cake of 3 layers in 1974.
Wow.
So and now recently I baked a cake which was part of it for diabetic people, the other one for the fast foods people. I had a wedding cake for 50 years, which was 5 layers, very, very big.
Yes.
It was taller than I was. And one thing I decided to do is anytime you're cooking in the kitchen, try to think health.
Yes.
I used to be told that I was on the border, diabetic border. And the more we are aging, the more we are going to retire, the more we are aging after 50 years. And I'm not talking as a nutritionist, but I'm trust me, now I'm a nutritionist through my own experience. What we normally cook, Bishop, mostly me, I eat ugali, brown ugali.
Oh, brown ugali.
Yes. Here, and also I eat, instead of rice, I cook quinoa. Yeah, we call it quinoa, but here they call it quinoa. They pronounce it as quinoa. Couscous is good, but couscous is not as good as quinoa. Yeah. That's what we eat. Spinach is my specialty. You blend spinach together with avocado and drink that. It is beautiful. You put ginger in avocado, spinach, and then you blend it and you drink that one per day. Trust me, guys, you're going to look like me. I think I'm not looking too bad.
Exactly.
And I'm 71 years old.
71-year-old and counting. Wa Njuguna has the recipe.
Yes.
Because she wants you to live healthy.
Yes.
So that you can be with your great children.
Yes.
And it's so good. And what is your best meal of the day, Mr. Njuguna? Breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Dinner.
Dinner. So at what point do you what would you help anybody? Woman? By the way, this is a gentleman who has seen so many decades.
Yes, he's going to 80 next year.
Going to 80, and he's healthy and all that. Looking back, what would you encourage men to stop doing in terms of health, eating, or exercise? Anything? Any advice?
Exercise is more important,
Okay.
first of all. Secondly, for those who like kanywaji, that should not be the case.
Inaharibu mwili.
Inaharibu mwili. Thirdly, you should be able to eat more right foods.
Okay.
As my wife has said, the fast foods, when we came here, we were eating the fast foods. And for some reason, because, especially for me,
yes,
when I was growing up, I used to walk a lot.
Okay.
So even if I ate a lot of junk food,
you'd burn that.
I'd burn that. But later when I started driving, then you're not doing much exercise.
Yes.
So I would tell my fellow men that exercise is more important. You should be able to do your exercise with walking.
Yes.
Then at my age, walk 30 minutes 3 times a week.
Yes.
Make sure you eat, drink your water, but not as much as you eat, because the more you drink, then the more you flush out the minerals.
Oh.
But the best thing is to drink moderately.
Yeah.
Drink,
enough. Yeah.
Enough
8 glasses.
So that you can retain the nutrients at the same time taking out the bad, the whatever things in the body. So as I was saying earlier, greens, most of the time when she cooks mukimo, we puts kahorora, if I may say it.
Kahora, yes.
In Mafake.
Mafake.
Mm.
And not much maize.
Yes.
Beans.
Mm-hmm.
Those are many. I like the beans.
Yes.
Right.
So anything white?
No. You know, one of my dreams, you know, we have 2 kids and we only have Milo. Milo is a dog.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I guess she has a Milo.
Mm-hmm.
And she keeps saying whenever the dog comes to me, he says, "Hey, are you having fun with the grandpa?"
Uh-huh.
I'm a grandpa to Milo. What does it feel to be a grandparents?
It feels
Yes.
good.
It feels good.
Very
Oh, Bishop.
Yes.
Oh, that feels good. It's the reason we are here, actually. Although we came also to have his our annual
Yes.
annual checkup.
Mm-hmm.
They say in Kikuyu, don't say how many sianeti tarago. Ni akwande daraga na
Yes.
matilo mkodo madhiyaga.
Yes.
They are still doing good. I have 7 grandchildren.
What?
Yes, I have 7 grandchildren.
What makes them be fun to have fun with the social?
We do so much things.
Do you play with them?
Yes. Like now we were trying to do, we have been competing with my waistline, with my first granddaughter. My first granddaughter is now almost 20.
Oh.
Yes, 20 years old. Yes, Sarah.
Whoa.
She's now on this is her 3rd year university.
Yes.
And her 3rd year, 2nd year, sorry, I beg your pardon, 2nd year university. And we also have Wanjiro. They are also, most of them are Wanjiro, and I have Njugunas. And each child is so special in his own way. We go for swimming sometimes.
You do?
Oh, yes. I go backstroke. I'm very good in backstroke. I'm not very good in this, but in
you
backstroke.
are a swimmer at
Oh,
70?
Yes. I swim, I feel good.
And they call you, Shosho, come here, dive and all that.
Yes, Shosho, can you come and just kick me? Do kung fu fighting, and then we go like this, and then we go like that, and it feels good, and that makes me, even my heart bumps very, very, very nicely. The Guka's heart bumps very nicely.
What do you do as a Guka? What do they?
Yeah, we play football.
You play football?
Yes. You know, in Kenya we have soccer.
Yes.
So
you have how many grandsons you have? You have some grandson, right?
Yeah.
Or even girls play soccer too.
Oh, yes.
There with them.
Yes.
But don't they run you off like they run so fast?
Of course.
Our grandson is a basketballer.
He's a basketballer?
What do you call it?
There is what do you call
it? Hockey?
This one they put on.
Hockey.
Is
it baseball?
Baseball.
Thank
you. And our granddaughter too.
Oh.
Yeah.
And of course, my other Abuka is doing karate.
Miles Njuguna.
He's very good.
He's good in karate.
Yeah.
Would you tell you who can do karate?
Yeah. And Sarah, the 20-year-old, they are also doing taekwondo. My daughter too. And her husband, they do taekwondo. That is now their part-time hobby that they normally do.
Do you ever take your granddaughters on a cooking thing, show them how to cook and
Yes.
all that? What fun do you have with
we
the
cook
girls?
with them. Ariana and Penelope, they love cooking chapati, especially the other day they had come to Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
We were cooking with them chapati.
Yes.
Samosa,
Mm-hmm.
because they don't have those ones here.
Right.
So when they come to Kenya, we cook with them chapati, samosa, mandazi. And incidentally, they were so shocked to see that we have oat chapati.
Mm.
We cook oat chapati because Guka and Shosho do not eat any other chapatis.
Oh, okay.
And they also ate, they hate it though, they ate brown ugali.
Brown. Okay.
They want white ugali.
They want white ugali.
Yes. So we cook with them chapatis and we bake with them very small cakes. Those are Ariana and Penelope. As for Sarah, she bakes cakes. She bakes birthday cakes. She can make even lasagna.
Wow.
She makes anything. That girl can do anything.
Do you ever take them out and have girls talk?
Yeah, they know very well.
And you go out shopping.
Yes,
Do you spoil them?
I have been so scared of late because when they tell me about a boyfriend,
Yes.
trust me, Guka and I are kind of like, ooh, the time is going too fast.
And they're telling him, Shosho, relax. It's not that serious.
Relax, Shosho. Then they know that, and when they are talking, like now when my granddaughter used to talk to her boyfriend, I hear today, Shosho said, don't come a meter near me.
What?
So you put your hand like this. Because I told them, when you measure your hand from the shoulder
How old
to
was
the
she?
first one, she was only, that time she was only, I think, 12.
Yeah.
Shosho
Wow.
said you cannot come
Yeah, me.
less than a meter.
1 meter.
Keep.
That is 100 centimeters. 39
No.
and a quarter inches.
Now,
Don't
now, did you
come.
tell them why not? Why would you tell her not to come? Why didn't you prepare her to?
I had to prepare them because they don't have to think that, well, I tell them that boys are not their enemies.
Yes.
Because I also have grandsons.
Yes.
And I had sons too, and daughters. But I tell them, boys are not your enemies.
1 meter.
But 1 meter has to be there because when he comes near you, he thinks, and you're going to invite
Yeah,
other ideas
exactly.
in his mind. So they are very, very,
Shosho,
Yes.
and you go shopping.
And we
You
go
get-
shopping, yes. We
Do
go
you spoil
shopping.
them? Like, do you get them things that their parents don't get them?
Especially
you-
when
or
I'm
you are
coming
tied to
from
the money?
Kenya, I'm very good. By the way, I'm very giving.
Okay.
And I guess that's why I receive.
Yes.
I normally here we don't shop much with them here in America.
Okay.
But when they come to Kenya,
Oh yeah.
oh, that is what we do.
Of
And
course,
they
it's
say,
cheap.
yes. and also they want Kenyan items.
Oh yeah, they do.
They all want they need Kenya. I want the flag hat.
Yes.
I want this, I want that. Shosho, I want some culottes. I want
That's so
some
nice.
knickerbockers.
Mm.
So we make some knickerbockers
Yes,
and
yes.
halter tops.
Right.
But in Kenyan material.
Wow.
They love it.
Yeah.
They
Wow.
love it. It's
So,
good to have
So how do you
grandchildren.
have time with you with your yeah?
Yeah, we most of the time we play the soccer.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, in Kenya there's not much soccer than
Right,
than
yes,
the
yes.
American football.
Mm.
Although we tried it, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, we tried to do it,
Mhm.
but then when they come home, they are really happy.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine in your days going to play soccer with your wuka?
No.
I mean your age.
Cannot very much. It's changed. It's changed.
Can you imagine how
Talk
different
about,
you are? Yeah.
You talk about that. I remember one time I went visiting my booker,
Uh-huh.
and I was asking him. I wanted to know what he thinks about the birthdays.
Mhm.
Yes.
So I asked him, is it okay to do birthdays?
Mhm.
Because he was working for a Goan.
Yes. Okay.
He was working in Parklands. So I went and asked him, is it okay to do birthday parties? He
Mhm.
told me yes.
Mm.
And then asking, why don't we do it in our place? Now he explained to me because we don't have those traditions.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
The tradition are from
Mhm.
the white people.
Yes.
Because they are the one who make.
Mm.
Then I told him, now that you work for Mgoa, why can't you make a birthday party for me?
Yes.
Mhm.
Aha.
Yeah.
You know what he told me?
Mhm.
As much as we would want to do it for you, I have to get all the clan
Yes.
to know how to make a birthday.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Because we don't have it in,
Yes.
in our
Yes.
tradition.
Yes.
Yeah, so I
Wow.
wanted to say
It's
something
such a-
about taekwondo.
Okay.
My daughter, when they were coming for the burial of our son,
Right.
God bless him, so in peace.
Mm.
They were sitting with a gentleman,
Mhm.
and he was somehow not very, I don't know how to put it,
Mhm.
he wasn't very friendly.
Mhm.
Okay.
So when the food was brought,
Mm.
you know, you have to
Yes.
bring out
Yes.
the
Mhm.
small enough
Mm.
to
The small little table. Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then this man, for some reason, decided to come and take my daughter's
Food.
not food,
About.
serviette.
Yes,
Okay.
the serviette. Okay.
But my daughter, because she does this,
Mm.
she was up,
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
and the man became so afraid
Yes.
Whoa.
that he coiled.
Wow. The guy was like.
Yeah.
Yes.
he told us, and I was told, oh, you are ready to yes, I was ready to really eat it.
Mhm.
Wow.
Mhm.
But
Wow.
later on they were talking, and he explained to him, you know, you have to be fair, or you say,
Right.
excuse me.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't just take.
Mhm.
What?
Yeah.
Because
The courtesy.
Yeah,
We're
courtesy.
trying to teach them the courtesy.
so, but she
Defense
told me
mechanism.
that when they are doing the taekwondo,
Mm.
they get a lot of discipline.
Yes.
They don't do it to beat people.
Yep.
They do it for
Defense.
self-defense.
Also,
Mm.
Bishop, also something I didn't want to forget to remind our Kenyan Americans here. when you come and relocate, or when you're coming to visit in Kenya, and you find, here we are used to our own space.
Right.
You want to have your own space. Kenya, they don't know about space.
No, they don't.
So you'll find somebody coming to rub their shoulders next to you. Please don't find them being rude. It's just that we were not taught that way.
Yep.
So that is one thing that we need also to remember. Don't feel like as if you're being taken back to where you were. But at least that is now the time for you to educate them. Okay, in America, we have space. And when they ask you, what do you do in America? Don't be shy. Just tell them, in America, we give people space. Okay, and why we do that is because you cannot know who is the next person next to you.
Exactly.
And that's why you find that in Kenya, sometimes you have pickpockets because they don't have no space.
They don't have space.
So you are giving them time to pickpocket you. So just let them know. So basically, about space is something I've noticed when Americans are coming to Kenya, they said we don't give space.
And we don't, one of the things I find very rude is like Kenyans, you could be talking, a very good conversation with you, and somebody comes from nowhere and intervene.
Yes.
Without caring that these people are talking.
Right.
Hey, how are you doing? Hey, since we, and we're like,
excuse me? Yeah, exactly. You might be even in a supermarket. Or maybe in front of somebody and you're buying something, and then that person is like you're invisible. They'll come on top of your shoulder. Well, give me this and this and that.
I know.
So just for me, me, I'm different.
Yes.
I just tell them, excuse me.
Yes.
Then first come, first serve.
Of course.
And then you find somebody,
and you are like, what have I? What have I done wrong?
He's even wondering, what have I done? Why is she turning to me? But you have to turn to him, tell him in a proper, polite way, put your hands on top of my shoulder. Some of them you even have done your hair like now me, and they'll come and put their hands, dirty hands on top of you. So just take it easy and let him know.
What about this culture we have here? When I left Kenya and came here, I didn't understand how you can wake up and go to somebody's house without an appointment. In the days you could go and you hear the knock at the gate. Hey, how are you? And then you and hold is your auntie. Hey, we have just come to see you and visit you. And you are like, in those days it was okay.
Yes.
But
not
today
now.
you go back and say, why didn't you tell me?
Yeah.
And for them it's like, it's normal. There's no big deal.
Imagine, that's what they say. Now, for us, what we did, number one, the first time it was so hard for us when we returned back to Kenya.
Yes.
After all those years. And but now the good thing is that when we fenced, and then fortunately we sometimes somebody may call you. Like I used to have a friend of ours. Used to call and say, hey, Mrs. Njuguna, Kohana, how are you? I say, I'm good. Hey, Weko. Now, when you go to Kenya and somebody asks you, Weko, don't answer at the Mushi. Just tell them, okay, what can I do for you?
Yes.
Are you normally, when they ask me, Weko, or where are you, or are you there? Are you at home? I tell them, okay, what do you need?
Yeah.
So that is, I answer them with a question. And then they say, they are getting.
They're at the gate.
They are right at the gate.
Why do you do?
Then I say to them, oh, okay, unfortunately, and I hate to say this, I'm not asking you to lie, but it came a time that I had to tell them, we have just left. Because sometimes you don't want people to, you have your own time.
That's the time you need to relax.
Yes.
You want to have your moment.
Yes.
Maybe you had a guest and it's not a moment for visitor. I
right.
know why it is so sad.
That you have a guest. And also now, the good thing with me, because my place, we normally get a lot of people because some of them are coming to look for a place to stay, or some of them are coming to see the gardens. Which garden am I gonna sing? Am I gonna take the whole garden? So with me, I'm a little bit much. I'm a bit safe because number one, now I have a camera. I have cameras all over. So when they say that, I just go on my phone. If at all I'm outside and I see who is in that gate, I ask them, which gate are you? Are you in the first gate or the second gate? They tell me, so they say, at the vehicle, because maybe when I'm coming, I can be able to tell the guys to open for you. But now I look at him and I see who is at the gate. They know they're not going to open for them.
Yeah.
They'll come there, They'll stay and they'll go back. Next time they know when to book an appointment or tell me, oh, by the way, are you going to be there tomorrow? We're coming for dinner. So we do not receive guests without prior arrangements.
It is good manners. It's always good to give people courtesy call.
It's a courtesy
because you might feel like you're relaxed, but the other person may not in that mood.
Yeah.
Respecting space is very important. We are going to celebrate with this couple.
Yes.
50 years. And we are planning their big time.
Yes.
We want to go on a cruise.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, next time you hear us mentioning about the Wa Njugunas around, you need to be around, because with this couple, you just feel love. It's just love. It's just love. Anybody who would not be friend to these people, you have a problem.
Yes.
They are humble people, people with a big heart, and also a very wonderful family. They are visiting the United States of America. When do you go back to Kenya?
Mid-December, God willing.
All is still around. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mr. Njuguna Wanyoike, and we have Wa Njuguna. And when you meet these friends at Kenyan American Community Church, you can't resist them. They're just lovable. They are our members. They are our ambassadors.
Thank you.
And I'll ask them to say any parting advice, anything from your heart you would like somebody to know about Kenya or about yourself. Just one thing as we conclude. Any of you can go first.
Start with you.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, remember to call your sweetheart, your husband, a good name. Remember romance begins in the morning and it does not end. Romance begins in the morning because it's going to begin with a cup of tea. Ladies my age, or almost my age, or middle age, sometimes you find that because you have children, you don't have time for your man. Please make time. Go shower together. Shower together. That's good. You didn't get married to your brother. You married your husband. So be a wife. Just go shower. Go cook together. I cook with my husband. He's almost 80. I cook with him. He's cooking ugali this side and I'm cooking vegetables on this side. Maybe sometimes I'm baking my my oatmeal cake or whole wheat cake or whatever I'm making. We are with him in the kitchen. Also remember, sometimes, especially when the children start growing, like Mchungaji now, Bishop now, his children are now all grown, they'll have to go to the kitchen and cook with Mama Wangeshi. If he wants to find her smiling in a good smile. Because sometimes we ladies, we also get tired. We get tired and we want to be loved, cherished. So men, start cherishing us. Ladies, start seeing your man as the man who just married you. That's how I see mine. If that's a good tip, then do it. If it's not, just move on.
What an advice! My friend, you can't miss free consultation.
Yes.
From Wa Njuguna. She is so lovely. Maybe next time you need to trace her so that she can give you a good musomo. Mr. Njuguna, any parting word?
Yes, my friends, gentlemen and ladies as well, to echo my wife's words about going to the kitchen. I cook or I bake very good banana breads.
Oh yes.
So next time you are in Kenya, if you would come to our farm, you won't miss to eat a banana bread.
Yes.
And then of course there is the issue of love. You have to call your wife good name, you know. Yeah, there are bad times, of course, but you make them nice because after all, you are two of you, like in our case, because our kids are grown.
The
And
10
we have
round house.
grandchildren. So we get time for ourselves and we are so happy. And as the bishop has said, we'll be celebrating and of course we want to be in a cruise. So want to join us? You're welcome. There's always something to say.
We'll be on the deck, so come.
When it's bad time, make it good.
Good time, yes.
That's what Mr. Njuguna say. Yeah, there are times will come. Make it good. Don't let it overwhelm you. And what Njuguna is saying, they're going to be on a deck. They want to be on a deck where they are seeing the ocean. And in the cruise, we are going to celebrate their 50 years. Not just in the cruise. When you have my Jew here, when hundreds of people will come here, we're going to do that. I'm taking them out for dinner because I must treat this couple. But I want to thank you all for tuning in and being with us. Once again, this is Bishop's Corner. And my guest has been Mr. Njuguna and Wa Njuguna. Until next time, God bless you.
Bye for now.
Bye for now and stay blessed.
Amen.